For days, Pasco County crime scene technicians and detectives went through this home on Moog Road. Sheriff Chris Nacos says he will not go into specifics out of respect for the victim and his family, but he says his team saw gruesome things in the home.
It was a horrible scene for them out there for several days. It was tough.
Sheriff Nacos says the victim texted his wife on April 19th, saying he was about to make his last delivery for the day for Uber Eats. The sheriff says security video shows the victim arriving at the home.
We watched the video. He's a guy just like everybody else, just trying to make a living for his family.
Later that evening, the victim's wife reported him missing. Detectives then obtained his last known GPS location from Uber Eats and tracked him to this home.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Crime Journal. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into the case. Randall William Cooke was 59 years old and worked for Uber Eats. He lived in Holiday, Florida with his wife, Kathy. Randall and his wife loved being on the waterfront together.
Here we are at the beach. Fred Howard Beach. A little cloudy, but it's going to clear up. Just seaweed down by the shore. Not sure what's going on, but we got our canopy up, as you can see. Got all our stuff. Yeah, I really hate this place.
On April 19th, 2023, Randall would go to work like a normal day. The workday would go well. A short while later, around 6:43 p.m., he would text his wife letting her know he was on his last delivery. Kathy would text her husband around 7:13 p.m. and would get no response. She began to worry an hour after Randall did not come home and contacted the police to report Randall missing. Police would arrive at the residence of Oscar Solis, where Randall made his last delivery shortly before 7 p.m. Nobody would answer the door. They would attempt to go back the next day and make contact with Solis's roommate. The roommate provided police with surveillance footage from outside the home on April 19th. In the video, detectives would see Randall approaching the front door of the home with a delivery bag in his hand. Then the video cuts out. The video also showed Solis and another individual carrying black trash bags to the side of the house. During questioning, the roommate would give police written consent for them to open the garbage bags. When the garbage bags were untied, police would immediately identify human remains. The Holiday Police Department obtained a search warrant for the residence and found Randall's wedding ring and car keys in Solis's bedroom. Randall's vehicle was later found about a third of a mile away. Detectives said this was a gruesome case. This was absolutely a horrific crime of passion. This was demonic. There was no known relationship between Randall and Solis. Just a normal person working a job, doing his last delivery, and a person with no reason why killed him and took him away from his family. On Monday, April 23rd, Solis was arrested on charges of homicide during a robbery. He has also been charged with failure to register as a convicted felon and a parole violation. Oscar Solis was recently released from an Indiana prison on parole after serving 4 years for assault and burglary. In late January, he moved to Florida. It has been reported that he has prior affiliation with the MS-13 gang. Randall Cooke's stepdaughter, Brittany DeZoba, came forward and said her stepdad had moved to Pasco County to be with her mom and enjoy retirement. He worked at Uber Eats to support the couple's dreams of living on the beach. "I love my mom to death. I just want her to be happy and not alone. Just knowing she has to come home every day to her husband not being here. They shared so many great memories together," said Brittany DeZoba. Kathy said she doesn't know how she is going to survive without Randall. A GoFundMe was launched to help with funeral and living expenses.
Unfortunately, what we found inside of some of those trash bags was human remains.
Detectives then arrested Oscar Adrian Solis, charging him today with first-degree murder. The sheriff says Solis has a long and violent criminal history in Indiana.
Burglary, battery on detention staff. He supposedly stabbed somebody several times while he was in prison in Indiana. So you're talking about a very violent individual that Indiana released and sent down to Florida.
Kalina Rios is an Uber Eats driver who also makes deliveries in this neighborhood and says she is now terrified to work because of what happened here.
I have to think of other safety plans now because I do the same thing this Uber driver do. Dropping off a simple order, it could have been any of us.